Dear students, today's topic of my lecture, Unit 1, Physical World and Measurement. Now, today we start chapter 2, that is Measurement. Part 1. Now, you see that what we have to learn in Part 1 of this chapter 2. First, I will explain need for measurement, then physical quantity means what do you understand by the physical quantity. After that, fundamental and derived quantities, then units of measurement. After that, systems of units, SI unit, and at last, fundamental and derived units. So one by one I explain. So first one is need for measurement. So the question is that what is the need of measurement? So measurement is needed everywhere in physics to calculate certain other unknown parameter or to define and validate laws, etc. Without the measurement of a given physical quantity, you can never be sure of its actual value. For example, we take when we have to buy a pair of shoes, then we require the exact size, or when we go to the tailor, also require the exact measurement. So many examples in the daily life. When you go from one place to another place by any transport means, then you must know that exact distance from one place to another place. Then we can calculate the actual fare of that place. So that's why the measurement is required. Now, what do you understand by the physical quantity? Physical quantity can be measured and expressed in the form of laws is called a physical quantity. That is a quantity which can be measured and expressed in the form of laws is called a physical quantity. Physical quantity Q equal to magnitude into unit, that is N into U, where N is the numerical value and U represents the unit. For example, we say that a distance we cover from our home to school, and we say that it is 2 kilometers, then 2 is the numerical value and kilometer is the unit, then that distance is the physical quantity. So as the unit changes, the magnitude will also change, but product of numerical value and unit, that is Nu, will remain same. That is Nu equal to constant, or N1 U1 equal to U N2 U2 equal to constant. What is actually its meaning? As we say that a length of the rod is 1 meter, and that can also be said that it is 100 centimeter. So as we are changing the unit, then the numerical value gets changed, that is the magnitude will get changed, but product remains the same. So 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter, that is equal to constant. Product of Nu will remain same. Now another topic, fundamental quantities and derived quantities. Fundamental quantities are those physical quantities which we can define like that, which cannot be expressed in terms of any other physical quantity, are called fundamental quantities. So that's why a physical quantity can be classified into the two categories, namely fundamental quantities and derived quantities. So you can see here the fundamental quantities and derived quantities, they are the part of the physical quantity and divided into the two parts or classified into the two parts, and one is known as fundamental quantities, another one is known as derived quantities. So what is fundamental quantities? As I explained earlier also, those quantities which cannot be expressed in terms of any other physical quantities are called fundamental quantities. For example, we say that length, mass, time, temperature, etc. They are the fundamental quantities. Now, what is derived quantities? These are those quantities that can be expressed in terms of fundamental quantities are called derived quantities. For example, area, volume, distance, displacement, force, acceleration, etc. All they are known as the derived quantities. Now, the units of measurement. So what is actual units of measurement? All physical quantities are measured with respect to the standard magnitude of same physical quantity, and these standards are called units. For example, you understand like that a rope is 15-meter long is to say that it is 15 times as long as an object whose length is as 1 meter. Such a standard is called a unit of quantity. So, four basic properties of the units are, the first one is they must be well defined. Second point is they should be easily available and reproducible. And the third one is they should be invariable, that is, step as a unit of length is not invariable. And the fourth one, they should be accepted to all. So for that purpose, a system of units are developed, and that is known as Systems International the Units, that is SI system of units. What is actual this? In earlier times, scientists of different countries were using different systems of units for measurement. Three such systems, that is CGS, FPS and MK system, were in use extensively till recently. The basic units for length, mass and time in these systems were as follows. In CGS system, they were centimeter, gram and second respectively. Means the length is measured in centimeter, mass is measured in gram and time is measured in seconds. Similarly, in FPS system, which is the British system, in it the length is measured in foot, mass measured in pound and time measured in second. And the last one is MK system, in which length is measured in meter, mass is measured in kilogram and time is measured in second. Now the system of units which at present internationally accepted for measurement is the systems international the units. That is the French for international system of units. Is systems international the units. It is a French word, and that we can say that international system of units, and that is abbreviated as SI. So generally we call SI system of units. The SI with standard scheme of symbols, units and abbreviations was developed and recommended by Journal Conference on Weights and Measure in 1971 for international uses in scientific, technical, industrial and commercial work, because SI units use decimal system and conversions with the system are quite simple and convenient. So we shall follow now the SI units only. So now you see that what is basically SI system. SI system of units, that basically consists 7 fundamental quantities, and these quantities and their units are in the following table. Besides the fundamental units, two supplementary units are also defined, that is radian for the plane angle and steradian for solid angle. And these 7 fundamental quantities, their units, and two supplementary quantities and their units as well as their symbols are given in this table. So you see that in the first column the physical quantities, in second column its unit, and in the third column its symbol. So length is the fundamental quantities whose unit is meter, represented by small m. Now mass is the another fundamental quantity, that is measured in kilogram and its symbol is kg. But now this unit has been changed. Now the mass is measured in kibble. The third fundamental quantity is time, measured in second. Symbol is S. Fourth fundamental quantity, electric current, measured in ampere. Symbol capital A. Fifth fundamental quantity, temperature, measured in Kelvin, represented by capital K. That its symbol is K. Sixth fundamental quantity, luminous intensity, measured in candela, symbol is CD. Seventh fundamental quantity, amount of substance, measured in mole, symbol mole. And two supplementary units along with their symbol and quantity. So supplementary quantities are plane angle, measured in radian, symbol RAD, rate, and another supplementary quantity, solid angle, measured in steradian, symbol is SR. So these are the 7 fundamental quantities and their units, their symbol, along with two supplementary quantities with their unit and symbol. Now fundamental units and derived units. The units in which the fundamental quantities are measured are called fundamental units, and the units used to measure derived quantities are called derived units. Then you see here, so fundamental units and derived units. So here we will define fundamental unit, and at this part we define derived units. So you see that fundamental units means the unit for fundamental or base quantities are called fundamental or base units. For example, meter, kilogram, second, ampere, candela, that you have learned just now, that comes under the fundamental units. And now the derived units, the units of all other physical quantities, can be expressed as combination of the base units or the fundamental units. Such units obtained for the derived quantities are called derived units. For example, meter per second, kg per meter cube, kg per meter second square, kg meter square per second square. So many derived units are there that we can define here. So this is about fundamental units and derived units. If you like my video, like it, subscribe, press the bell icon. Thank you and have a nice day. Stay safe, stay healthy at your home, and learn the physics through my YouTube channel. Thank you.